Okay, we are on the PTR server. The new Esper Suicide is going to need some serious buff for him to work in this current meta, and his multipliers also needs to be insane. Otherwise, he's just going to be dead on arrival. Okay, so his S1 has a seer debuff when you ascend him, and the multiplier goes up to 80% on the third hit. 30, 30, 80, so 140% damage on his S1. Not bad, but also not that high, to be honest with you. His S2, 50% of the damage dealt is converted into HP. Counter attack chance plus 20%, goes up to 100%, that's very good. Immune to buffs and debuffs. When counter attacking, inflicts 1 stack of Doom's Grasp. If Untamed Furry, bruh, they know what they're doing. It's not active, gains Untamed Furry. I'll stop. After 3 counter attacks. Okay, so Doom's Grasp is healing received minus 20%, maximum 5 times. Each dispelling attempt removes only 1 stack. If the enemy has like 5 and they do a cleanse, they will only cleanse 1. Not bad. Untamed Furry. Speed plus 200%. No damage reduction, no cheat death mechanic, but he has a lot of speed though. Maybe this could work. Okay, S3 can be cast when Untamed Furry is active. Deals damage to all enemies equals to 150% of attack. If the targets are affected by Doom's Grasp, each stack of it inflicts additional true damage equals to 30% of attack. True damage though. This would be better if it's not true damage, because the multiplier is not even that high. 150% of attack and then 150% of true damage. Yeah, I don't think this guy is going to survive the current meta. He's just going to get one shot by Ggez. Every single time he counter attacks, he's just going to die from like Momo counter attack. Wu Yu is just going to do an immense amount of damage to him. When he does his AoE onto Wu Yu teams, he's just going to take a bunch of true damage as well. But what I've noticed is his S3 doesn't have any cooldown, which means when he unlocks Untamed Furry, it will be active at all times. So he's going to be spamming his S3 every single time, I think. Which again, Wu Yu is just going to eat him alive, I think. His Divinate is 100% chance of inflicting Doom's Grasp when counter attacking. You can only inflict it when you counter attack, by the way, so when you cast his S1 during his turn, he's not gonna apply it. Captain ability is attack plus 40% in PvP. R1 is final damage on S1 plus 10%. R2 is passive, increases the HP converted from damage dealt to 100%. If Untamed Furry is not active, then when Suicide's HP falls below 50%, he gains Untamed Furry. Triggers once per battle. That's if he gets to 50% HP. In most cases, I think he's just going to get one shot. If you build him, you're probably going to be building him with crit damage, attack, and HP. Or crit damage, HP, and speed. Something like that. Because you cannot go like full attack on him. No way. No way in hell you're going to go full attack on him and expect him to work. R4 is final damage plus 10% each stack of Doom's Grasp. Now inflicts 50% true damage. So it goes up to 250% true damage on his S3. Not bad. That's quite a lot of true damage. And then R6 is whenever a buff or debuff is attempted on him, his attack permanently increased by 5% up to 100. So you need 20 buff or debuffs on him. That's kind of a lot. Alright, let's do some testing on him. First off, I want to see if he is immune to Feng Shun's accentuated buff. Because if he is, then that's a major downfall for him. Especially for PVE. Okay, he does get the accentuated buff. Which is very weird because Hyde does not get it. Like right here, right? Hyde can't receive buffs or debuffs. When you run Lu Sheng with him, he doesn't get the accentuated buff. So Lilith, make sure you do something about this. You either buff Hyde or you nerf this guy. Because you need to be consistent, man. They both have the same passive, but Hyde doesn't get the accentuated buff for whatever reason. Alright, now let's just see how he works. Every single time he gets attacked, he will counter attack. But keep in mind, in PvP, the meta is going to be Momo, Ggez, and Wu Yu. So every single time he counter attacks, Momo is going to counter attack him back. And also Zihi, right? When he counter attacks, he's not going to do any damage because there's an enemy Zihi in the enemy team. Okay, there we go. We got 2 stacks. Oh no. Okay, we finally counter attack 3 times, so now he has the 200 speed. In order to get the Untamed Furry, you only need to counter attack 3 times. It doesn't matter if you land the Doom's Grasp or not. The Doom's Grasp is a silver debuff, so it can be cleansed, but again, it's only removing 1 stack. So if the enemy has 2 stacks of Doom's Grasp, they will only remove it 1 per turn, or 1 per cleanse, right? Okay, so I want to see if I cast the S3, does it go back, maybe? I have no relics on him, so... Ooh, so he's gonna be spamming his S3. That's kind of nice. Although, I don't know how good this is gonna be in PvP. He might be decent for like some PvE contents, because he has a lot of speed. Plus 200 speed is insane. He's the second fastest Esper in the game once he gets the buff. The first fastest Esper is going to be the new Shimmer that we have, the free one. Make sure it gets like 300% additional speed, right? This guy gets 200%, but it's permanent. You cannot remove the buff on him. Yeah, he's gonna be, once he unlocks the S3, or once he gets the Untamed Furry, he will unlock the S3 permanently because he doesn't have any cooldown. My first initial impression of him is he is not going to survive in PvP, and I still believe that because he doesn't have any damage reduction, like not even an ounce of survivability in his kit, except for the lifesteal, right? So if you don't one-shot him, he's just gonna fully heal. But the problem is, he's going to be very squishy because he doesn't have any damage reduction, he doesn't have any cheat death mechanic, and if you were to build him tanky, he's not going to do any damage. And also the healing, I haven't tested it out, but in PvP, after a certain number of turns, you will not heal anymore, right? So his lifesteal will eventually become useless in PvP, and at that point, he's just going to die pretty easily from like everything. But I don't even think he's going to come to that point because he's going to get one-shot by a lot of meta units that is already in the game. You will see Daji in every single team pretty much in PvP. But I forgot to show you the rival rune on him. Look at this, yo, oh my god. Are they, when they designed the rival rune, are they like smoking fucking crack or something? This Esper has lifesteal already in his kit, and it goes up to 100% when you have him at R2. And they gave him nether set with what? What is going on with their brain? Can you make him any worse by giving nether set for his rival rune? Like what? You're better off just giving him the wind set, or even like thunder, even I don't know, man, astral, whatever it is. But what the fuck is nether set doing on him? And also counter attack, man. What? Man, what? I don't know what to say, man. You know what? Let's read it together, okay? Avatar set grants 25% chance of counter-attacking with basic ability when the wearer takes damage. Okay, 25%, right? Let's look at his passive. Counter-attack chance plus 20%. Oh, look at this! Level 5, counter-attack chance increased to 100%. Wow. I wonder what the 25% from Avatara is going to give him. What do you guys think? 25% Avatara plus his 100% counter-attack chance on his passive. What do you think is going to happen? But yeah, my thoughts is he's not going to survive in PvP at all. He's just going to get one shot. In PvE, however, I think he might be decent for Shadow Stream because he's going to get a lot of speed and he's going to be spamming his S1 a lot. You only need to counter-attack 3 times for you to unlock this Untamed Furry to gain 200 speed. And then once he gets the 200 speed, he's going to be spamming his S1 a lot of times, which means Feng Shun is going to go crazy as well. So you might want to summon for him just for Shadow Stream, but in False Auto Fantasy, I don't think it's gonna work because his damage is not really that much. It's only 150% of damage. He takes too many turns for him to be useful. Doom's Grasp is not a good debuff for PvE. So yeah, we'll see though. Maybe some people will find a meta team for him in False Auto Fantasy, and maybe even in PvP as well. With the addition of Suizai, I think he's gonna be very good for Shadow Stream, but I wouldn't bet on him to be any good in any other content. So yeah, that's about it. Ciao.